Yes. Good morning, everyone. So, last class we had discussed about how to store the data in the database. In this case, one of the most important operation. In that, we had done three operations in this. First operation was creating a front end using the HTML. We had done this. Then second, we created a backend in this. That is models.py. And after that, we created the third one. That is the views.py, where we wrote the code in this case. So that code will help us to retrieve the data from the HTML page and store it inside the database in this. So in the today's class, a very small session it will be. That is, I am taking each operation uh, in one class in this case. So today's class, we will be concentrating on how to display the data to the user in this case. Like example, whenever I have registered a particular patient, I want to see that data on the screen. So how to perform that display operation is what we will be seeing in the today's class, or retrieving the data from the table in this case. So let us start with the project that we had created earlier. That is, go to C drive. In C drive, I had created a project, a folder by name hospital. In hospital, we have the application name, that is patient. So as I told you, whenever you want to create one new page in this case, go to HTML, go to templates folder. In templates folder, you can create a one HTML page in this case. That is, let me close other tabs. Okay. So I'll save this file. First, you should do this. Save as. I will call it as patient details dot html. Okay, and create a HTML page, patient details. Same thing using h5, I will make use of patient details. Nothing for the time being in this case. Just I have created one HTML page. Will not write anything in this for the time being in this case. Now come to, whenever I told you, whenever you create a HTML page, compulsory you should go to urls.py. So in urls.py, you have to add a one more path in this case. A path should be added in this particular location. So I will create a path, open, close. Most important, when you are starting a path, it should be separated by a comma in this case. Okay, because this is a URL pattern is a list. How can I say it is a list? It is because using the square bracket in this. We are using a square bracket here. Hence, it is the list type in this case. And in the list type, each element is separated by a comma in this. So that's the reason why I have put or why I have used a comma after each path in this. Every path, you can see the index. After closing of the index, there is a comma. After closing the patient register, name is equal to patient register, there is a comma in this case. Then the third one, that is the new path in this case. So in this path, here we will be creating a list, call name, call it as patient details. The same name that I have given for the HTML page, I am taking the same name here in this, and after that, separated by comma, views dot the name in this case, that is, I am again using the HTML page in this case. And after that, again we will be making use of separated by comma, name is equal to the same. So all the three places it will be same: patient details, and patient details. Patient detail is the name of the HTML file that we have created. Okay, save. Now, as I told you, immediately when you create an object of the class, you have, when you create a HTML page, we create a path in the urls.py, and immediately after you have created a path, you have to go to views.py. So in the views.py, here we have to add a one more function with the same name what you have given in the middle. That is, here I have given patient details. Copy paste the things in this case. That will save huge amount of time and it will avoid the mistakes in this case. So what I will do, def function name request colon. Come inside this. I told you there is one variable called MSG, that should always be there. Return render, pass the request object, comma, the name of the HTML file, comma, in flower brackets, MSG colon MSG. Sorry, MSG. So I'm using the MSG message. That is, whenever I want to display or send a message to the user, I'll make use of this particular variable in this case. Now, after this, the next most important thing is I want to retrieve the data from the database. That is, whatever the data we have stored in the yesterday, that is patient register data. That is a model where we have stored the data in this. So what I want is, I want to fetch that data here, store it inside one variable. Okay. So what I will do, I will say, declare one variable, patient data is equal to, okay. So in the patient data, in this case, I want to fetch the data from this particular table. So what I have to do, very simple, it is the name of the models.py that you have created yesterday. So you can go to models.py. This is the name of the class that we have created. So I'll take that class, I'll copy the class name. As I told you, copy paste is always the best option in this case. Copy this, paste it. Now I want to fetch the data. If you remember, in the DBMS, you people have studied SQL in this, that is structured query language. To fetch all the data, you will say select star from table name. In case of the Python language, we can write a SQL query, but more better than SQL query is the Django object model. Okay, we call it as a object model relationship, OMR ante ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Object model relationship. There we have we use the functions to retrieve the data in this case. So what to do now? Very simple. Mention the name of the class from where you want to fetch the data. Dot objects. Sorry, it is dot objects dot all. So just you have to remember a function called as all. All function will fetch all the data that is stored inside the patient register. So whatever the information is stored in the patient register will be displayed, it will be retrieved, and that data is copied inside the patient data variable in this case. Okay. So, sir, do I need to declare the patient variable data? No, not required in this, because it's already defined and it is already initialized. And now this patient data variable has all the information about the patients that we had stored in the yesterday's class. So this object, it is an object, remember this object has to be sent to the HTML page. And we know that whenever we want to send the data to the HTML page, in the render function, the third parameter will do it. That is, this is the first parameter request, second parameter is a HTML page name, the third parameter is the dictionary. So in the dictionary, I have to give that particular value in this case. How we do it? Very simple. After MSG, put a comma, in the double quotation, key, colon, value. I told you the dictionary concept is a key value pair concept in this case. So using that key value pair concept, what I am doing is I am creating those two, I'm retrieving the data in this case, and that data is being passed to the HTML page in this. So very simple. I retrieved the data, stored it inside the patient data variable, and from patient data variable, I am passing that to the, using the render function, we are passing it to the HTML page in this case. So that is a complete structure how it works in this. Just one line to fetch the data, and in the render function, we are passing the value in this. Now this data has to be displayed in the HTML page in this case. So now let us go to patient details HTML page. In the patient details HTML page, how to display the data? One method is, which is not at all recommended, is this. Okay, but remember here actually the data is in the dictionary format in this case. Now understand, there is a concept of dictionary format in this case. So using that dictionary format, the data is being stored. So how to display that? Very simple. You make use of the for loop in this case. And to write a for loop inside the HTML page, that is, I'm writing a Python code inside a HTML page. For that, you have to put flower brackets, percentage, percentage. So this is called as a Python block in this case, where you can write all the Python language code inside this. So HTML laga, when you want to write a Python code, just use this particular Python block in this. So inside this, I make use of a for loop to display the data. How to make that for loop in this? Very simple. For say patient data, I'll use an object called PD in patient data. Remember, this patient data is the same what I have used here to fetch the data. To fetch the data, whatever the information, whatever the object I have used, I am using the same concept here in this. So the patient data is in the variable, and that variable name I am using here. Sir, then what about the indentation? No indentation in this. The for loop must be closed again in the Python tag using end for. Using the end for, we close the for loop in this case. Inside this, we have to fetch all the data and display to the data to the user. How do we do that? Very simple. Yesterday's class I told you, we make use of two flower brackets if you want to display anything to the user. So I want to display data to the user. I make use of the two what to say two flower brackets in this case. So inside this, I will say pd dot what information you want to display. So go to models.py. I want to display the patient name. Copy this, paste it. A very simple way of displaying a data in this case. So patient name, all the patient names will be displayed on the screen. Next, I want to display one more data. So use again two flower brackets. How many ever data you want. I keep copy pasting these values. That is, I'll display the mobile number. I will display the age of the patient. I'll display the gender of the patient. I will display his health issue. So do I need to display the password? The answer is no. Never ever display the passwords on the screen. Okay, so save this, refresh the web page. Okay, we have to run the page. Localhost colon 8000 slash patient details. Click on enter and throw an error. Okay, because we have not used the run server in this case. So execute the run server, open the command prompt, cd slash, the folder is hospital. So cd hospital python manage.py, make migration, just check any errors. So if there is no errors, it will say no changes detected because we have not made any change in the models.py in this case. Then next, again python manage.py, migrate. So migrate, of course, no changes detected means migrate will also not return anything in this case. After this, python manage.py, run server. So the run server will give me the quit the server control break, open the browser, localhost colon 8000, and you can see the data is stored. It is one of the worst way of displaying the data. You can see Kiran, his mobile number 26, male, fever. Again Kiran, his mobile number 26, male and fever. So you are seeing his data two times in this. Anyway, the display, I mean, that is not the issue in this. The problem is how it is being displayed is not at all good. Okay, I want to display it in a better way. So how to display the data in a better way in this? Very simple. What we do is we put these data inside the table tag. So I'll make use of a table tag. table tag will close after the for loop, and each patient data will be inside the tr tag in this. So all the data in one tr, that is each row. First data will be in first row, second data will be in the second row, and it goes on. Then next, each data that is in this, each information will be inside the td tag in this case. So I'll open and copy paste the things, and here also copy paste the things. So very simple. What I did was I used a table tag in this. I created one new row, that is tr. Inside the tr, each data is being displayed in separate td in this case. So save this. Now compared to this is better. That is better because each row data is being displayed in the separate line in this case. Okay. Sir, can I bring the table in the center? Yes, you can do that by using the table tag align center property. You keep align center, save, refresh, the table comes in the center. Center is this. I had zoomed in, so it was displaying like that. Sir, can I have a box for each data? Yes, you can do that. You can make use of border is equal to 1. Using the border property, you can display, or you can display the lines between the text. So I'll just zoom it now. So you can see it is displaying like this. Sir, in this particular table, can I have a heading where it should show name, mobile number, age, gender, and health issue? Can I have the heading for that? Yes, you can do that heading, but don't put it inside the for loop in this. If you put it inside the for loop, each patient will have that heading, which I don't want. I want a single heading in this case. So I will make use of tr. Inside the tr, td. Inside the td, it is patient name. That's a first heading. The same way, I want all the information. That is, the second heading is mobile number. The third heading is patient age. Fourth heading, that is patient gender. Fifth heading, that is health issue. So I've kept on separate tr tag in this outside the for loop, and for each heading I have given a label in this. Save this, refresh, and you get something like this. Sir, can I have a serial numbers for the patients, because I need to know the serial numbers in this case? Yes, you can do that by using a one more td on the top. I'll make it as slno, serial number. Now you are not putting 1 to 3 there. Okay, that is very important. What I do is the for loop should be automatically added. So for that, we have one keyword here, that is for loop dot counter. Make use of something called as for loop dot counter. It will automatically add the serial numbers 1 2 3 4 in this case. So save, refresh, and you can see the serial number is added. You can put a dot or you can put a comma after that, however you want. So now you can see one dot, two dot, it is showing me the dots in this case. So this is how I can make use of the serial numbers in this case. Okay, so the data is being displayed to the user on the screen. Sir, that's it. Can we make it more attractive? Yes, if you want to make it more attractive, take help of Bootstrap in this case. So which we have already, those links should be copied in this. So I will take that from patient data. We have those links. Copy those links, paste it in your HTML tag in the head tag. Save karo. Then you refresh. There's a immediate difference in the table in this case. So already the table is being displayed on the screen. Sir, can I have a lines in between the text? That is, the lines are gone here. If you can see carefully, the lines are not being displayed. So, sir, can I have the lines in between the inside the table. Yes, you can do it using a class here. Use a class, call the class name as table table hyphen bordered. So use table hyphen bordered, save it, refresh, and you can see a thin line available here. Sir, heading and table text data both are looking same. Can we design this header? That is, can we design this the first row where we are displaying the labels? Yes, you can do that. Very simple. Use a one more tag above this called as t head and close the t head. Inside this t head, you have a class that is table hyphen dark. Put the label as table hyphen dark. Save, refresh, and you can see the difference. So this is how the table can appear in this case. Okay, sir, can I have any other color in this? Yes, you can have other colors. If you want to have a green, it is table success. So it looks light green in this. If you want to use other colors, we have warning. Save, refresh, no change. Okay, so save problem was there. So light orange color is being displayed. You have info, the same colors. Remember, these keywords are fixed. That is, we have some fixed keywords here, like warning, which refers to yellow or light yellow in this case. We have success, that is green, danger, that is red, info, that is sky blue, primary, that is dark blue. Then we have dark, which refers to black in this case. We have light, which refers to gray in this case. So these are fixed colors which is used everywhere. If you are using it for a button, we use BTN warning, it shows yellow button. We use BTN success, it shows green. We use BTN danger, it shows red. So like this, these words you have to by heart in this. So whichever color you put, it will show that particular highlight. I'm using table danger. So something like pink, red, all those shades will come. I prefer dark in this. It looks good. So this looks bright in this. So this is how I can display the data to the user in this. A very simple code to fetch the data from the table, that is we have in the views.py, a hardly few line code in this case. Okay, and to display the data, yes, it is some work that we have to do in this case. The most important here, you should learn how to display the data to the user. This is a code where we are displaying the data to the user in this case. So a new record is stored, it will display here. Just we'll add in one more record in this. Say localhost colon 8000 localhost colon 8000 slash patient register. Okay, add one more patient in this. SANTOSH, say his mobile number, patient age 35, gender male, uh, cold and cough. Password he will keep same, Santosh, register. So it will display me patient registered successfully. I want to see that record. Refresh the page. The next record has been added in this case. The most important is the serial number is automatically incremented by the software in this case. So like this, the data can be displayed to the user in this case. Okay. So any doubts you have, you can ask. Yes, guys, any doubts you have? No doubts. That is good. You can write down these codes. Write down the heading first as views.py. In views.py, you have to write down this 4 lines in this case. that is line number 4 to line number 17. So write down the heading as views.py and write down this. And most important thing, I am seeing that you people are not practicing. Okay, so I have decided that whatever the work is taught in the today's class, if you don't show it by today evening or night, next day you'll not be allowed to attend the class. बिकॉज अगर आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे तो फायदा क्या है सीखने का. बिकॉज एग्जाम तो हो गया, एग्जाम के लिए तो नहीं पढ़ रहे आप. ओनली वन स्टूडेंट इज आस्किंग फॉर द डाउट्स. व्हाट अबाउट द अदर्स? वही अदर्स आर अटेंडिंग द क्लासेस. अगर नहीं कर रहे बोले तो I'll stop the classes for you people. Even if only one student is working, I'll take class only for that one single student. For others, I will not at all allow you to attend the class in this case. So that rule will apply from today itself. I want the save code to be done, display code to be done in the today's class. Whoever will finish and put it in the group, only those people will be allowed to attend the next class in this case. I hope you have finished writing this. Okay. And next, write down the heading as urls.py, and in urls.py, write down line number 10. Now it is 11. Write down the line number 11. Check for the spelling mistakes. Don't do any spelling mistakes. Copy the sentence correctly. Yes, I hope you have finished writing the line number 11. Now write down the next heading as patient details dot html. Patient details dot html. and you can write down completely from line number 12 to line number 35, or you can take a screenshot of it. You can write it later also, not an issue, because I was told you people need to go to college. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this, but write down the things in the books na compulsory ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಒಂದ್ ಸರ್ತಿಯಾರ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ the concept will get into your head in this case. Otherwise, just keeping a screenshot is of no use. Okay, so take a screenshot. I'll send you the screenshot of this, also in this case the complete code of this HTML page. So go through it. I'm very serious. You have to show me the outputs by today night. In this case, by tonight, finish off the writing the code, display the data in this. The screenshot of the outputs must be put in the group. Only those people will be allowed to attend the tomorrow's class. I don't want any excuses. Don't have laptop, I don't have current, there is no current in house. All those excuses are not considered. Okay, tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, mostly we will be starting with the offline classes in the institute itself. The class will start from 10 o'clock. Okay, yes, any doubts you have, you can ask. Yes, so we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.